And we're back for another MMS 2017 speaker interview, and today we have Matthew Teegarden. Hey Matt, how's it going?
I am well. How are you?
Hey, good to hear. So we're going to
actually, I'm a little. I'm going to take off my MMS speaker hoodie. There we go. And now I think I'm a little bit better.
Okay.
Still a little.
Okay.
There we go.
Got some layers.
That's better.
Nice.
Okay, I think we're square.
Okay. So you have some history with MMS, of course. You've been so far a lifer of the Midwest Management Summit here. You have the jackets to prove it. So,
yep.
Sounds looking at your Sketch.org this year, Sketch.com. Looks like we've got some Windows 10. We got some SQL stuff. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your sessions this year?
Yeah, so one session I'm doing with Amy Casto at MDT Pro is her Twitter handle, and we're going to be doing Windows servicing. So talking about why you need to service Windows 10, why you didn't really need to do it with Windows 7, and then we'll get into the how can you do it using the servicing node and config manager versus task sequences. Hopefully we'll have a decent conversation going back and forth with each other, and people can attend the session and walk out feeling pretty good about how they're going to keep Windows up to date.
Right, because especially since I can imagine we have quite a few folks out there coming to the conference who, okay, we got Windows 10 out last year. Now how the heck are we going to maintain this thing, right?
Yeah,
and I also see we have a repeat session here. So this is a very popular session, so that's why we see repeat session, and so many people signed up for it the first time around. We needed to basically give you the same session over. So don't worry about catch one of them. If you're interested in this topic, catch one of the two.
Yeah, exactly. And we're hopefully gonna have a great time. In fact, I think I just read an article that said 1507, Windows 10 1507 is going to go out of support. I think May of this year.
Oh wow!
So we got to figure out how to do this quickly and be pretty agile in our environment, I think. And then my other two sessions, I'm speaking with Garth Jones. I can't recall his Twitter handle, but I'm sure you have it somewhere. And Garth and I will be speaking. We've spoken before in a couple different conferences, usually the same topic with Garth and I. So SQL reporting. So how do you make really good reports? And then T-SQL. So a kind of an intro. We're going to try and take a 5-day T-SQL course and do it in an hour.
Nice.
So, but we find, both Garth and I find that, everybody who uses SCCM collects a lot of data, but then not a lot of people don't report on it. And I think being able to customize your reports and then give them to your management team is pretty key.
Yep.
And then when they tell you that the report looks great, and then they email you the next month and ask you for a report, and you're like, you mean the one that I sent you last month? So
Yep. And for reference, that is Garth MJ on Twitter. You can find him. And I know he's been doing a lot of good sessions around SQL and Configuration Manager too. This is a theme I've been seeing. It seemed like a few years ago where, yeah, it'd be great to know T-SQL, but I don't really touch that in my job. And now we've gotten to the point where it feels like almost everyone in the config manager space is having to learn and having to write these reports. So these sound like some great sessions, especially the basics of T-SQL, because that's going to be a foundation for an IT pro that will really do you a lot of good.
Yeah, I've always mentioned to people who do config manager, you're going to need to learn config manager. You're going to need to learn T-SQL.
Yeah.
You're going to have to learn PowerShell and get into some WMI. Those are the big four things that you got to know in order to be a well-rounded config manager admin.
Absolutely. So Matt, we like to keep these short so people stay keep the attention span going here for our watchers. So make sure to check out Matt's sessions on mms2017.sketch.com. If you're registered, that's where you go to sign up for sessions. Make sure you check out those sessions. I think it's going to be great. So Matt, thanks again for being with us for another year, yet another year. I'm sure, as always, there'll be some great sessions, and we'll have a lot of fun.
Thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you and all my other colleagues and all the attendees as well.
Oh, yeah. All right. See you there.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.